Hello friends, I think we might be live. Are we live yet? Are we live yet? Yes, I think we are live. Welcome. Welcome to a sunny day in Tokyo and this impressively narrow building in front of Ueno Station. Ueno Station is over here. You hear me? Good. You can hear me, but you cannot see me. Today we will explore some of my favorite neighborhoods in the northeastern part of Tokyo, I guess you can say. Some of the areas that are usually called Shitamachi, which is like kind of the old working class neighborhoods. So I will start here in Ueno and then I will walk towards Yanaka and Nezu, which are a couple of very nice neighborhoods. I passed through there briefly on my walk around the Yamanote line, but today I will just wander around a little bit. We're not following any train line today or anything around like that, so just a bit of adventure and a relaxing afternoon walk. I wanted to finish up my Takao, my 2-line walk to Takao, but I didn't have enough time today. That just getting to the starting point takes forever, so I'll have to save that for a later time. Let me think. I think we might want to go up here actually. And yes, weather report. Weather report is coming. Weather report, my friends. I know you are all. It's a very nice day. 13 degrees. Feels quite warm and nice. It was cloudy and a bit raining this morning, but yeah, now it's nice. Relatively humid. It's getting a bit windy, but I think we will survive that. And hello everyone. I'm not gonna do shout outs to everyone who's here, but good to see so many of my regulars joining already. Did you see Scandinavian cafe in Fukuoka? No, I don't think so. I did not see a Scandinavian cafe in Fukuoka. It's very nice weather. Absolutely perfect afternoon walking weather. So this time I will walk through Ueno Park, which is a park that I've passed many times on my streams, but I think this time, so what I usually do when I'm here is that I walk down to the pond down here and the shrine, but today I will walk this way, which will take us towards Yanaka neighborhood. It's actually so warm that I need to unzip my jacket. Yeah, we have a pretty nice shrine up here, and this iconic tree called Tsukinomatsu moon pine. Oh, okay, let's just take a look at the view here, because it's actually a nice view and very dramatic sky. But yeah, I won't be walking down to the pond here today. But this looks like show thumbnail photo. Ray, good to see you here. We might need your cone counting skills today. Oh, Laura, all my mods are here. Great. Jenny is here too, so that's great. Then I don't expect any problems to occur in the chat. Here we have some very important strategically placed cones, as you can see. I might as well show you this little nice shrine as well, with all the torii gates. I think I passed here at some stream before. Oh, and this tree is already blooming. Suddenly we're in Kyoto. Not really, but yeah. For a moment maybe you could have been tricked into believing so. It's funny, like today I was really struggling. I couldn't figure out what walk to make. I had so many ideas, but they all felt like a little bit too ambitious, considering that I'm starting a bit late. So in the end I just decided to, let's not have too much of a plan. Let's just go to these nice areas and try to find a good place for a beer. That's all I'm expecting today. Ueno Daibutsu. Is there still a Daibutsu here? Or is it the remains of it up there maybe? There's some Buddhist thingy up on that little hill. I don't know, I haven't seen a Daibutsu here in the park. Yeah, this part of Tokyo is always nice in general. Ueno Park as well. Only the face remains of the Daibutsu. I see. Yeah. And I think the face is on display up there, right? On the little hill. Is it a holiday in Japan? It's Setsubun. Which is kind of, I don't know how to explain, but it's not like a national holiday or anything. But there's some like traditions that you're supposed to do today, including throwing beans at the devils, and you're also supposed to eat ehomaki, which is this like really thick sushi roll, or not sushi, but kind of like a extra thick sushi roll. I'm sure some Japanese people will point out my horrible explanation, but yeah. Suddenly got a little bit more chilly and pretty cloudy as well. Fuku wa uchi, so oni wa soto. Right ahead here we have one of there's like a lot of museums here in and around Ueno Park. So is this the National Museum? I'm actually not sure which this one is. But then there's an art museum over here. And then there's also that building over there is also a museum, as well as this one, which I think this one is like Western. Is it Western art? Not sure. It's been so long since I went to any of these museums. Kuritsu Hakubutsukan. Yeah, that's this one, right? That's the national. I think it's called National Museum in English. Repeat the name of this park. Yes, it's Ueno Park. Ueno Koen. Toritsu 美術館。そうですね。これですよね。都立美術館。This is a national, I think, national art museum. But really, I have zero confidence in which museum is which. So please consult Google Maps rather than listening to me. Yeah, big area for museums. Lots of museums around here. I think maybe we can get some. Yes, here we see Tokyo National Museum, Tokyo Metropolitan Art Museum. We also have the National Museum of Nature and Science, the National Museum of Western Art, and Tokyo Bunka Kaikan, which isn't really a museum, but then there's also the Shitamachi Museum, which is a small little museum about old Tokyo down there. So yeah, lots of museums around here. Okay, this is cute. This man got a funky little hat made out of a mask and also an umbrella. Consider it. Yeah, this place is great in the summer, in the spring, when there's like cherry blossom trees in bloom. There's tons of cherry blossom trees in this park. Don't they have a digital art museum in Odaiba? Oh, probably you're talking about the Team Lab, right? Yeah, or it's in Toyosu, Not sure if it's still one in Odaiba as well, but yeah, Toyosu is pretty close to Odaiba. I've been there, yeah. Can you sing a song while walking? My singing is so bad, so I would get banned from YouTube if I even tried. So I'm sorry. How are you, by the way? Doing good, family okay? Yes, I'm good. My daughter is starting to get her teeth now, so she's quite grumpy. So I was taking care of her earlier today, and she was quite demanding. So that was a little bit exhausting actually, but other than that I'm fine. Here is like Tokyo Geijitsu Daigaku. Is that art university? Looks like they have some exhibition or something going on. And here is also. This is no, this is not Todai. But or is it one of the Todai campuses? I'm not sure, to be honest, but at least it's a university here as well, and I really like these old brick buildings. You don't see those very often in Japan. Did you say demonic or demanding? Demanding. She can be a bit demonic as well, but that's not what I intended to say now. Ohio from Barcelona. Ohio. Hola. Barcelona is one of my favorite cities in Europe. Hope I can go back there sometime soon. At present there are not many tourists in Tokyo. How do you feel about it? On a strictly personal and egoistic level, I think it's quite nice that it's not so crowded as it used to be, but of course, thinking about the economy and also my own business as a kind of portrait photographer, it's not good, of course. Of course, it's not good. But many places are, like before the pandemic, they were so crowded, so I avoided to go there privately. And now is a good chance to experience those. Any restaurants, cafes you recommend in this area? Yeah, I will show you one place very soon, which is quite nice. We'll be getting there in a few minutes. Oh, and this cafe is quite nice as well. It's an old it's an old kisaten in an old traditional Japanese building, but the inside is very tastefully renovated. It's a very nice place. Yeah, the pedestrian it's pretty narrow, these old streets. It's not too much space for the ambulance to pass. Akihabara Coffee, by the way, is the name of the coffee shop I just passed. Akihabara Coffee, very nice place. Worth checking out if you're in the area. It's usually pretty crowded though. It's such a popular space, so it's not always easy to get a table there. Also, there's lots of temples in this part of Tokyo, as you will see throughout this walk. I think the place I want to go. This is pretty cool too. This is an old bathhouse that has been turned into an art gallery. Oh, thank you, the Hawaiian Sea. Thank you very much. Here for a warm drink when you have the time. Maybe I will have a cold drink. Maybe I'll just get a beer. Hope you don't mind. So let me see. I think the place I'm thinking about, is it in here? No, maybe not here. Maybe I need to go one more block. Ah, yes, here it is. So here's this little, I don't know how to explain it, but there's like a beer bar, and then there's a really nice Norwegian bakery, as well as a few other shops in these old buildings that has been like preserved on the outside, but they're mostly like just preserved as they used to be in the inside as well, but I guess renovated a little bit to some degree. Yeah, it's a really nice place. If you come here on the weekend, it's usually very, very crowded though. Here's these shops are closed. Here's the Norwegian Bakery, and then there's a shop selling basically anything made from olives. So of course olive oil, but also like lots of snacks and stuff. So yeah, this is a very nice little area. Oh, they have a to-go mochikairi. Let's see if I can. Is it open? Right, maybe first I should decide what to get. It's quite expensive though. This in Yanaka. They have, I think it's their own beer. Yanaka is the name of this area, so I presume that they're made here. Let's see if it's open. Oh, no, doesn't seem like it. see. Yeah, inside is open, but I think I don't want to go inside. I'll get a beer somewhere else. It's so expensive as well. But it's a really nice place though. If I wasn't streaming, I would be very happy to grab a beer there. But yeah, highly recommend this little cluster of shops as well. Ueno Sakuragi Atari is the name of the whole area. Maybe they think that the weather isn't good enough to sit outside. I don't know why they didn't have the to-go order open, actually. What beer, if any? Ah, okay, that was not directed to me. Yes, here's the cemetery. I passed through this cemetery when I did the my Yamanote line walk. So we came from here, Ueno Park. Now we're here. Here's a big cemetery. But I will be heading. So I always tend to get lost when I come to this area. But basically, the place I want is a little bit further. Oh no! This is where I want to go. To Yanaka Ginza and the Twilight Hill, as it's called. So just need to figure out. I think I will take this road. So, yeah, I'll do that. Oh. Made it. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Toto. Where to get sauerkraut in Tokyo? I honestly don't know. I don't really buy sauerkraut. But I would guess that they might have it at Kaldi, which is this chain of, there's a lots of imported food. They could have sauerkraut, I think. And do I like mustard? Yes, I do. I do like mustard. Yeah, free Wi-Fi at the cemetery. That's a bit odd. But I guess the spirits need to connect as well. I want to go down here, this street. There's a few interesting shops on this street as well. But maybe some of them might be closed today. I think I've been to this one. No? Wait. Have I been here? Sun Potter Cafe, Mombiria. Oh, maybe I've been here. Yeah, I think I've been here. It's pretty nice. It's a reflection reveal. Beautiful old traditional Japanese building. cafe inside. Free wife. That would be interesting. That's an interesting proposition. So here we have another temple. Like I said, there's tons of temples in this part of Tokyo. Why are there no sidewalks? Why do you write with all caps? I don't know why. Because it's Japan, and many narrow streets in Japan don't have sidewalks. Oh, look at this panda bus. That's a sign for the cafe that I just passed. Lots of old buildings in this part of Tokyo as well. Another temple. Jonks. Osteria Il Rosso del Tramonto. I don't speak Italian. Wonder what that means. What's osteria? Okay, they're building a new house here. As you can see, most Japanese houses are still using wooden frames. It's very obvious when you see it getting constructed like this. Curry restaurant. I already had lunch. Well, I thought wood was supposed to be good in terms of earthquake proofing, as it's a bit flexible and doesn't really, break that easily. But you probably know that way better than I do. And I think I passed here on the previous stream as well. I love this little hidden street. There used to be a lot of cats here whenever I came here. Maybe they're not living here anymore. How can you stream? How much Wi-Fi do you have? If you buy Wi-Fi, I mean how much data I have. I have unlimited data. Maybe the cats are sleeping. Oh, there was a cat. I didn't see it. Maybe there was one. At least there's a dog here. So now we are approaching those Twilight Stairs, I think they were called on the map. This park is very nice actually. Down here, Yanaka-ginza. But maybe not so crowded today, but on weekends this street is also extremely crowded. Yes, live dog. That's a weird name. Sometimes I actually just grab a beer here. It's a nice little local alcohol shop. But today I think I will try a place down here on the street. And wishful walking videos. Why do you keep pasting these machine translated Japanese things? This is a pretty interesting restaurant as well. The owner is kind of quirky guy. He's like a comedian. Lonely cone. Keep getting links to Hachiko. Let's see. Yeah, I'm also curious. What is that live dog? I've just like noticed the name a couple of times, but I've never really actually bothered checking it out. Wait, now I remember. I think I did a live stream here a few months ago actually, and I think at that time I actually had a beer at the place I'm planning to have a beer at now. Oh well. I forgot about that. I guess I'm streaming too much. It all starts to kind of blend together. It's not open, or maybe they're because of Corona. Oh wait, it is open. It is open. But I can't sit. So they usually have a bunch of beer crates in front of this shop where you can sit down and drink, but I can't do that today. That's too bad. So Let me think. I really feel that I need a beer. I'm a bit slow and I need something to cheer me up. But yeah, well, that's too bad. Beer and some tacos. Oh, how about beer and some shellfish? Or bento. I love this bento shop, by the way. Super cheap. But I think I will go down this street and I should probably be able to find a place where I can grab a beer. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Hot Sake Fund. Thank you. Yeah, today is pretty warm, so I think beer is better than hot sake. But maybe it's getting darker and probably colder, so who knows? Maybe I will have hot sake as well. Coffee, but they don't have beer. Rice shop. Not on kimchi. So many charming old school shops. That's why I like this area so much. Oh, actually here I can get a takeout beer here, and there's a bench. It's not the most exciting place, but at least they have beer. Let's do that. Sumimasen. Let's see. Soft cream and beer. I think I just want the beer. Looks like there's no one here. So checking my coins. If I have enough to pay for my coins. Sumimasen. 生ビールお願いします。はい。はい、はい、はい、はい、ありがとうございます。Great, great. Okay, let's do a little beer break here. I'll be quick. I'll chug this one, I promise.ビールも九州のビールですか？
いや、これ朝日の
なるほど、わかりました。
すいません。
So this shop specializes in products from Kyushu, so I asked if this beer was from Kyushu, but this was regular Asahi. Anyway. 乾杯! Not bad, not bad. Even though it's just a regular Asahi. Beer review. This is just a regular beer. I can't really say much. It's good, but it's nothing you know that stands out. But good presentation, good temperature. Yes, I'm sitting next to the street. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So sun will set soon. As you can see, there's like a little bit of sunlight still hitting the rooftops, but yeah, it will get dark soon. But I will do a bit of evening and night walking as well. I plan to make this I don't know. I think I will stream for a couple of hours today. I'm going to drink tea with ginger for healthy. Beer is good. I like beer. I drink tea sometimes as well. But what's the most popular beer in Sweden? I'm not the right person to answer that question, but maybe Ueno knows. Ueno in the chat. La Pinculta. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like when I lived in Sweden, I always felt that the Swedish beers were pretty bad. I always preferred like Danish beer. I like Carlsberg better than any Swedish brand, for example. But I think Sweden is pretty good when it comes to craft beer, though. Are you Asian from Sweden or are you Sweden's Swedish? I'm Sweden's Swedish. San Miguel beer, yeah, it's good. It's good. It reminds me of hot summer. Then it's like really nice. Nihonshu sashimi besto. Yeah, I agree. そうですね。 日本酒と刺身美味しいね。Finished it. Let's keep on. That's good. I needed a beer though. I'm glad I managed to get one. Just a moment.
Okay. Good, good. Now I feel a little bit more genki. I needed that beer. Have you tried Tsingtao beer? Yes, I have. When I lived in China, I had Tsingtao relatively often. Don't think it's that great though. Let's see, maybe later after sunset I might go for a hot sake somewhere as well. We shall see. I love all this old fish. Wow, that's a big dog. Sugoi. It's like a polar bear. Cute. You lived in China, wow, how many years? Just 6 months in Shanghai. That was a long time ago. Maybe 2009? I think 2009. Yeah. I didn't like it. That's why I didn't stay longer. Let's go to Nezu Shrine. That's a really nice shrine. I think I need to check the map first though to find the location. But it's actually one of my favorite shrines in Tokyo. Okay, we need to go a few more blocks this way, so let's do those narrow streets here. So the China thing is kind of interesting. I went there on a visa run between 2 visits to Japan, or at least that was the plan, to go to Shanghai for a month just to explore. That little girl said something about YouTube. Cute. Anyway, so yeah, I was in Japan for 3 months, and then I had to leave and come back again. So for a visa run like that, I decided to go to Shanghai because I was very curious about China. I wanted to see and experience and explore that country a little bit personally. So I went there and met some really awesome people, and through the couch surfing community actually. This was a long time ago, before I think back then the couch surfing community was way different compared to what it is now, and I was actually quite active in that community in the early 2000s. Anyway, I met some really nice people, and one of them was working for a small Chinese game company. This was just when the whole App Store thing started to become a thing. And I got offered a job at this tiny little game company with 0 qualifications or anything. They just needed someone who could proofread their translations, basically. Yeah, that's how I ended up in Shanghai, and I was working for them for about 6 months. But then I felt like, wait, what am I doing here? I love Japan and Tokyo. Why am I living in Shanghai? This is not right. So I quit that job and came back to Japan. そうですね、この道、くねした道、蛇道と呼ばれます、実は。So this street is called Snake Street because it's so kind of, yeah, the shape of the street resembles a snake when you look at it from Google Map. And oh, sorry, but I don't want racists in my chat, so that person just got blocked. Did I visit other Chinese cities? I did a little bit of traveling around, but not that much. I still haven't been to Beijing except the airport. But I went to Hangzhou and a few other places near Shanghai, but not that much. I haven't really traveled much in China. Do they have burglars on these streets? I don't think so. Burglars are relatively rare in Japan. They do exist, of course, but they're not super common. I would not worry about it. But yeah, I like democracy. I cannot live in a country where there's no democracy. These shops are very charming. So Neze Shrine is this way, but maybe a little bit further down this street, and then I will turn. Taiwan is very nice, yeah. Taiwan is great. As soon as the pandemic is starting to calm down a bit, I think I will try to go to Taiwan again. I was there a couple of years ago and I really, really enjoyed it. Cute little bookstore here. Not open though. Yeah, they're doing some construction work over here, so that's the sounds you were hearing. Yeah, lots of nice folks in Taiwan. Totally. I met so many nice people when I was there, and it's a really interesting place culturally, and so much to see and do, and there's so many nice cafes. I only went to Taipei, but I would love to go to some other cities as well. Really liked it. Modern Japanese politics is bad. Yes, I do agree with that. It's very sad. but heaps better than China at least. If we go up here, we should hit Nezu Shrine. Wow, Laura, you need a better internet connection. That's too bad. Might actually end up walking back to Ueno and walk around the Ueno area a little bit after dark. We'll see, because I don't know exactly around here. Besides Nezu Shrine, it's not that terribly much to see and do. Oh, maybe I should have a pizza. Here's a pizza restaurant. You guys keep telling me that I should go for pizza sometime. Yes, pizzas. Let's see, I'm not sure if I'm having dinner on my own or if I'm having dinner with my wife tonight. We haven't really decided anything. We'll see. So Ueno Park is down this way basically, and if I am not mistaken, this should be the street that leads to Nezu Shrine. Would you recommend living in Japan on a permanent basis? Yeah, I've been living here for 13 years. I think it's a pretty great place to live, but it also has some major flaws. So, like for example, I don't think I would have enjoyed living here if I had like a normal job at like a normal company. Of course, there's lots of great jobs here in Tokyo too. So, but the working conditions can be a little bit difficult, I think, to some people, and then it's also not the best place to raise a child, which is what I'm experiencing right now. Have you tried Nihon Shochu? Yes, of course. Satsuma origin. Yeah. I'm not a shochu fan, to be honest. I much rather prefer sake over shochu. Shochu is a little bit too strong for me. Here's the entrance to Nezu Jinja. And also I had some experiences when I drank way too much shochu, and since then I have a hard time getting it down. Remember, folks, you need to bow when entering a shrine. I don't think I've walked here on a live stream before, or have I? Oh no, yeah, there's a pond here. You can see some koi. They're hungry. I guess we're in Kyoto now, eh? Need to be careful not to hit my head here though. I'm really too tall. Like this is now I'm like standing normally. If I try to walk, I will hit this. So I need to walk with bent knees. It's pretty tiring. Yeah, I'm too tall for this. I think even many Japanese people would have a... I don't think my wife can walk straight upright here. I wonder if the gates play a rhythm if you donk your head. Yeah. I'm not gonna try, sorry. We just passed the 1 hour mark. 1 hour down. How many more to go? I don't know myself yet. Maybe 2. We shall see. 71% battery left, by the way. So. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Santos Fernandez. Thank you very much. Dogs socializing by smelling each other in various places. Oh wow, you well. That sounds that sounds a bit Taihan, as we say here in Japan. How will you sort out this little situation? I actually did a photo shoot here. It was a great spot. This girl from, where was she? I think she was from France. She was working for some she was like an influencer, and we did a photo session. And this was one of the places we stopped at. It was very nice. So much gold. And yeah, it is kind of funny that shrines are like also serve the purpose of being like playgrounds for the local kids. I like that though. I really like that. Okej, good luck Joel. Lycka till, jag hoppas det löser sig med bilen. Oh, exactly 500 viewers right now. Nice. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I think I should take this little moment also to do a little promotion of my Patreon, because that's, for those of you who are new to the channel, or for those of you who haven't joined yet, that's where the cool kids in the community hang out. And they also do Patreon only streams. And actually now in February, since most of my work trips have been cancelled due to this state of emergency, I'm planning to do a little bit more activity for my Patreons only. So the idea, I can't really promise this, but my plan is to actually do Patreon only streams every weekend in February if I can, with the caveat that I might suddenly get busy and it might turn out to be impossible. But if I can, I want to do Patreon only streams every weekend in conjunction, like either before or after my regular streams, and see how that goes. And that might become something that I do from now on. We'll see, but at least for February I will do that as a little trial. And I also plan to give my Patreon supporters another little bonus once travel becomes possible again to Japan. Those of you who support me on Patreon will get I'm just thinking about how to phrase this in a way so it doesn't sound too confusing. So I also run a small business where I do like portrait shoots as well as personalized tours of Tokyo, and I will be offering support, or I will be offering a discount on all my services to those who are long-time supporters of me on Patreon. So oh, cat. So I'm still kind of working on the details, but yeah, rest assured that those of you who support me there, if you ever come to Japan and if you ever need my services, you will get a special extra good deal. So that should be another reason to join me there, I hope. But I just like the idea of having a smaller community that I can be a little bit more personal with. So that's why I'm pushing the Patreon so hard. I mean, it's great to do streams like this, but you know, on Patreon I show my face, people know who I am, they know what I do, they know a lot more about me. And of course, you should only join me there if you think that would be interesting to know. If you don't care about me and who I am and what I do, then of course, no reason to join me there. But I don't know. That's just how I feel. I don't want to kind of expose my entire life to everyone on YouTube, but I do enjoy being able to share everything I know about this city with my true followers. Okay, end of promotion about my Patreon. Oh, and also, okay, one more thing. All my Patreon supporters also get discounts in my merch store. So that's one more reason to join this. So I will cross here and head down to the local streets again. And then I will be walking back towards Ueno Park. I think I will head back towards Ueno Park, and if you have any place you want to see or anything around here or around Ueno, let me know. I'm quite flexible today because, like I said before, today's walk has no clear plan.中央線はね、今週末は最後の部分歩けると思います。今は日野駅まで歩きました。今日はちょっとそんなに時間なかったから、あの辺、行くだけは1時間以上かかるから、今日は中央線ちょっと難しい。でも今週末は結構時間あるから、土曜日か日曜日は中央線日野から高尾まで行きたいと思います。Pizza place. I'm not hungry yet. It's too early for that. Oh, and I just got a new Patreon supporter. So it turned out that my little promotional push had some effect. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me. Yes, I will. So I will definitely do a Patreon only stream once I reach the end of the Chuo line walk, for example. So kind of like a after stream intimate hangout kind of thing. I think that's gonna be nice. And I'm really looking forward to finishing up this Chuo line stream. Oh, and one more thing. Okay, sorry, I keep rambling about the Patreon, but so also those of you who support me on Patreon will get to vote what my next long walk will be. So I will give you a few options, and there will be a poll, and you can vote on where you want me to walk. So that should be fun. I should post that. I will post that later this week. Could you go to the wholesale fish market sometime? They're not too fond of having people filming in there. I'm sure a lot of people do it without permission, but from my experience, they can be pretty rude and grumpy. So no, I don't really have that any plans to go there. Sorry, but I just don't like I don't know, I don't like coming across as a rude person to you know, Japanese people around me, so I don't want to do that. Oh, Yari, thank you so much. Tokyo Disneyland, nah, I have zero interest personally in Disneyland, so I will only go to places that I find interesting personally. Also, I'm sure there's like millions of YouTube videos from Tokyo Disneyland already, so yeah, it's just not my kind of place. Imperial Hotel, again, that's a place where you would need permission to film inside, and I'm pretty sure that as just a random YouTuber they would not grant me permission, especially considering that I'm not anywhere near big enough to have any sort of marketing value for them. Yes, Yari, I saw that you joined me, thank you so much. Thank you so much.奥さんもあんまりディズニーの興味がないですね。すみません。So I am on the way to Ueno Park again. Let me check the map. Give you a little bit of a location update. So basically we started here at Ueno Station, then we walked up all the way to Yanaka, I think here, yeah. And then I walked these back streets, we did Nezu Shrine, now we are here and we'll soon be at the kind of backside of Ueno Park again. So yeah, my question to you is, where do you want me to go? Should I just sit down and have another drink at the park, or should I go somewhere else, explore? I mean, Asakusa is not too far away, or I could go explore the back streets in Taitoku, which is a nice part of Tokyo as well, with also a bit of this Shitamachi vibe. There's a public zoo, yes, but I don't think they will be open much longer. And again, I think I need to have permission in order to go in there and stream. So basically shooting inside shops and businesses is a little bit difficult here in Japan. Many owners would not like that, especially if you just show up and want to shoot. When I'm like in the countryside of Japan, it's much easier because people there are much more laid back. But here in Tokyo, many shop owners are really not that friendly, actually. So yeah. Akihabara, well, that's very far, and again, I don't think there will be good enough reception. Plus, I'm too much of a coward to walk around in that creepy forest alone. Thank you, Dimi. Thank you for joining me on Patreon. 3 new supporters today. Thank you so much. Are there public toilets in Tokyo? Yes, there are. There's plenty of public toilets in Tokyo. There's also toilets at most convenience stores that you can use if you need to. Even if you don't buy anything, you can just go there and use the toilet. That's socially accepted here. So it's never really difficult to find a toilet in Japan. That's good. How about walking Sumida River? Yeah, that's a great idea. There was actually one plan that I had before deciding on going here, was to kind of walk along one of the main rivers. So yeah, Sumida River, absolutely, I could do that. Let's see if we get any other ideas or suggestions, but we're 1.5 hours into this stream. 64% battery left. It will get dark pretty soon, so once it gets dark, riverside or like waterfront areas are always nice. I think we are kind of closing in on Ueno Zoo, actually. I think Ueno Zoo is over here. This is a very quiet area, so we're like in the back streets of some local neighborhood right now, so that's why it's so quiet. We will get to busier streets soon. I was more meaning a separate video, walking the whole river, Akihabara, to see them. I see. Yeah, that would be great too. That's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea for, like, yeah, that would probably not just be a one video, but a series of videos. Wow, cool house. That would be a good idea. That's a good idea. Once I run out of train lines, I will start doing rivers. No, maybe I will do some rivers in between the train lines too. Yeah, I think actually this is Ueno Zoo up here, and there's also This bridge here is also part of Ueno Zoo. And we will soon reach the pond in Ueno Park. So, and that's the Ueno Zoo monorail train line. Maybe I should walk that one too. If I'm doing all the train lines in Tokyo, I guess I have to do that one as well. Okay, Joel. Sounds like you're sorting out the car issue. Sounds like it wasn't too much of a hassle then. Good, good.ほとんどの日本人より東京に詳しいね。そうですね。そうですね。周りの友達もそれよく言うんです。だから東京エクスプローラーになりました。Next train line ideas. Yes, I have a few that I will share to the patrons and let them vote on which to do. Because I do expect to finish the Chuo line at this weekend at the latest. Have you ever been to Kappabashi? Yes, many times, many times. It's a nice area. I like it. My mom loves Kappabashi. Whenever she comes to Tokyo, she always want to go to Kappabashi. So Kappabashi is this area, the kitchen street, where there's like lots of shops selling kitchenware and like restaurant goods. And there's also some shops selling this fake plastic food that you see in front of all the Japanese restaurants. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting place. I've been thinking about if I should stream around there sometime, but again, I'm not sure. I mean, most of the shops have like outside displays that I could show, so I guess it would make sense to go there sometime. So you remember that little shrine that I showed in the beginning of the stream with lots of red torii gates? So if you walk down there, you will actually come out here. So it's the same shrine. Display foods are cute memento of a Japan visit. Yeah, they are. They're surprisingly expensive though. I don't remember how much, but I have a friend who wanted to buy, like, he's a fashion designer and he wanted to make like necklaces with pizza slices. So he bought a bunch of them, but I think they were like, each pizza slice for like 5,000 yen or something like that. Quite expensive. There you can see the shrine with that interesting pine tree. Now we're down here at the pond. Beautiful sky. Very nice colors now. Yeah, it's very nice now. Beautiful colors. So I guess since I'm here I have to walk around the pond. Are there any monumental sized Buddha in Tokyo? Not in Tokyo as far as I know, but there's the big one in Kamakura. And then there's a massive one in a place called Ushiku, which is I think about an hour or so by train north of Tokyo in Ibaraki prefecture. I'm not sure, but I think that should be like the biggest Buddha in Japan. It's truly massive. I haven't seen it with my own eyes though, but I've been kind of curious about it and thinking about going. Wind is picking up. Not sure if you can hear that, but it's getting quite windy. A little bit chilly. Now it's starting to get, you know, now I'm starting to kind of consider having that hot sake that you sponsored, Jenny. Yeah, wind was noticeable, right? Now it's better then. I did take a photo, Yanni. I did. I really need to. I should get a neck strap for my Ricoh GR. Actually, I might do that after this stream. I might just go because I'm kind of close to Akihabara. I could just go to Yodobashi and get some neck strap so that I always have the Ricoh GR around my neck when I'm streaming. And then it's going to be much easier to get some good photos that I can upload into the wallpaper gallery. Isn't this near where we met our viewer once? Yes, it is. It is. It was on the opposite side of the park. We will get there soon. Nah, that was funny. How's the GR3 low light autofocus? It's quirky, but it's alright once you get to know it. But it takes some getting used to. It's not great, but it's definitely usable. It's also a pretty interesting scene. Popular date spot. Renting a little boat and paddle around in this pond. I like those low pro grippy straps for light cameras. Not sure which one you mean. But yeah, I need something so that I can just have it, hang it around my neck right now it's like it's just so convoluted. I have to dig it out from this bag, and then it's in this case which I have to open, like, you know, with just one hand available, it's not super easy. By the way, I see that lots of you have downloaded photos from the wallpaper gallery, so I'm very happy that you seem to like those. It's windy! It's very windy here. Do you always use the snap focus? No. I usually don't do things when I need like really fast autofocus, so I'm okay, but I do know that lots of people love the GR for the snap focus feature, but I haven't really gotten used to that, and I think the regular autofocus is just fine for my needs anyway. Let me just put the camera down so that I can close my jacket, because I'm getting a little bit cold now. Where are we now? We are now in Ueno Park again, where we started the stream. That's where we are. Good night, Marvin. Thanks for stopping by. Are those cherry trees? Yes, they are. They are. This place is gorgeous when the cherry trees are blooming. It's also usually extremely crowded, but I think this year's cherry blossom season, for example, can be quite nice in the sense that there's not any tourists coming, so places shouldn't be as crowded as they tend to be otherwise. So again, that's like, if I just think about it from a super egoistical standpoint, that's great, but it's actually not that great considering that cherry blossom season is usually my busiest season for my portrait photography. So yeah, obviously I don't expect to get much work done, but and also, I mean, there's countless businesses who are super dependent on the cherry blossom season who are struggling this year. Can people swim on that river? This is not a river, this is a pond, but no, people can't swim here. I mean, technically I guess you can, but you're not allowed to, and I've never seen anyone do it. Cherry blossom smell? Not so much. No. A little bit, I guess, but it's more like a visual thing. It would be fun if that viewer we bumped into last time I came here, she was here this time again. hour and 46 minutes. It's beautiful now. I really like the colors and the reflections and everything about this scene. Very nice. And for some reason it feels different. I mean, I come here from time to time, but this pond, I don't know, the way it looks is just feels like I haven't seen this view before. I never noticed this before, actually. Do you have hay fever? No, thankfully not. But everybody says that when you live in Japan, it's just a matter of time until you get it. So maybe I will get hay fever soon, who knows? Because of all the cedar trees. Apparently it's something that many people get after being exposed to it for like year out and year in. That's actually the Shitamachi Museum, this little humble building, but that museum is closed right now. Yeah, I don't think that viewer is here this time. Too bad. To be honest, like we keep saying that lady, but to be honest, I'm not sure if it was a man or a woman. Yeah, this area is great in the summer. It is. You can hardly see the water, because it's just so full of lotus flowers and the big leaves floating on the water. But yeah, pretty different now, obviously. So the question is, what should I do now? Since I am thinking about going to Akihabara and get camera strap there, should I just walk with you to Akihabara again? We've been there a million times though, but since I have nothing better to do, we can see hot sake. Okay, hot sake first. Let's see if we can get some hot sake here, and then I can drink it down here by the pond, and then I will head to Akihabara. Drink it either there. Yeah, let's have it at the pond. I think that's nice. Question is, where's the nearest convenience store? Didn't have to look too long for that. There's a Family Mart over there, and I think I will make it across if I run. Perfect. Let's hot sake. But then again, it just struck me that hot sake, they don't sell hot sake in the convenience stores. These are all the hot drinks they have. There's no sake. Should I just get a cold drink then?電子レンジで温めまあねできるけどちょっと恥ずかしい。No hot sake. Ice sake only. Yeah. Can I get just some hot non-alcoholic drink? Or would that be disappointing to you? Like hot yuzu? Is that okay? Or do you really want me to get drink? Hot corn soup, yeah. But I kind of do want a drink though. This is some shady red light district in there. So ne, Ameyoko. So ne, maybe I can get hot sake at Ameyoko. Let's do that. Let's walk down to Ameyoko and see if we can find some hot sake there. あ、そっか、屋根線知らなかったの？なるほど。まあ多分あの辺あんまり詳しくない人は多分その言葉もあんまり知らないですよね。あんまり飲むと奥さん怒られる。まあ大丈夫大丈夫。ビール1杯と日本酒1杯は多分大丈夫と思います。結構酔っ払っちゃうとちょっと困るかもしれないけど。So one of my Japanese viewers said that maybe my wife will get mad at me if I drink too much. And while that is true, I don't think that one beer and one hot sake will be problematic. So it should be okay. This street is also quite nice. Sky looks blue. Yeah, it's definitely getting darker. 酒飲もう飲めるかな。売ってるお店あるかな。なんか立ち飲み屋っぽいのお店あるんじゃないですか、この辺。結構あると思いますけど、静かだね、Ameyoko. So it's pretty quiet here. Ameyoko tends to be pretty busy from time to time, but I guess because of the state of emergency, it's pretty quiet today. Nice view. Now is the time to snap those thumbnail photos. Yeah, this street is truly packed sometimes.なんか熱燗ありますか？
熱燗はね、ここないんだけど、お酒はメイン。熱燗はそこは日本酒やってるし、はい、そこもそうだし、この先の右側にも日本酒、
了解。
美味しいお客さんいっぱい飲んで動くさっていうのが右側にあります。
わかりました。ありがとうございます。
はい、オレンジのライトがいっぱいついてるところですから。
はいはいはい。
はい、右側。
どうもありがとうございます。あ、here's whiskey, but that guy recommended the place a little bit further down for hot sake. This one, but I reckon here I see, but it's a little bit too tight and too crowded for me actually. I'm sure it's good though, but I actually think that this first place looked a bit more inviting.熱燗ありますか？あるよ。お願いします。はい。意識なかったけど、その気持ちを伝えられた時だけ意識してそれだけやってるの。Perfect。今ちょっと YouTube やってるんですけど大丈夫ですか？もし美味しかったら宣伝します。そう、それがカズさんがよく言ってた。ああ、見えたよ。初めて行った。初めて。最後、分かりました。いくらですか？これ1個350。300。はい。はい。Okay. We got some hot sake. 豪快。それ酒の名前ですか？ああ。
5回. So this is the one. I will tell you what it tastes like. どこのお酒ですか？京都。おお。よいしょ。こぼれちゃった。乾杯。乾杯。美味しい。飲みやすい。おつまみ。大丈夫です。はい。That was good. I finished that one very quickly. I don't know if you can see that there's actually a bit of smoke coming out. 2杯目、乾杯。平日の昼間からホットサクってやばいね。そうね、ちょっとね、まあ今日はちょっと特別な日。毎日はちょっとしない方がいいね。美味しい美味しい。It's very good. 最後。まだ。There's still a little bit left actually. Thank you, Wilson. Have another round. Then I will get too drunk and my wife will not approve. So I think this is about as much as I can handle. What if your sole toilet option is an old squat type? To be honest, I've never used one. I lived here for 13 years and I managed to dodge it. I've never had to use one. Yeah. So, ね、おつまみはちょっとなんかまだお腹いっぱいからなんか食べたくない。Okay, last one. Last sip. That was good. That was a nice little evening, afternoon drink. Thank you. 533人に宣伝しました。
はい、
どうもありがとうございます。
どうもありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。また来ます。はい。That was nice. Okay. Great. That was nice. That warmed me up very nicely. So yeah, I think from here I will just walk down to Akihabara for my camera strap, and once I get there I will wrap up this stream. It was a very kind of random, unplanned walk, but I enjoyed it so far. I hope you did as well. I'll still be with you for another 15-20 minutes or so. Ameyoko. Why is the camera shaking so much? Is it? I don't know. Maybe I'm getting drunk. Why Akihabara and not camera in Shinjuku? Because I'm very close to Akihabara now. I don't want to take the train for half an hour just to get the camera strap. And besides, the selection at the Yodobashi in Akihabara is pretty good too. Just snapping away here. So now we are at Okachimachi station. I passed here a million times before in my streams.ベロベロに酔っ払ってるのストリームはまあ見るは楽しいと思いますけど、ちょっと恥ずかしすぎるからちょっとやりたくないと思います。このぐらいは十分。これからもっと飲むとちょっとやばくなると思います。 Sorry, there's just the chat is so active. I need to stop here and. Which one do you prefer, Yodobashi or Bic? In general, I can't say I like either, but they're okay for like smaller things like accessories and stuff. They're fine, but I would never buy a camera at either of those shops because they're just too expensive. For buying camera gear, I prefer map camera. That's my favorite one. They have great service too. Whenever there's been like problems with lenses or cameras that I bought there, they always help me out and been very good in that sense. So that's also important. But I mean, if I was in Shinjuku now, I would have gone to my camera. But since I'm here near Akihabara, then it's just a more convenient option. You own a Leica? Not really. Indirectly. My wife has a Leica that I use from time to time. So we have one in the household, but I guess technically it's, well, we're married, so I guess it's mine. A Leica Q, the first generation. I'm not too fond of it though. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great either. Does map camera sell pre-owned gear? Yes, they do. They do. And even when you buy used gear at map camera, they give you good warranty, like at least 6 months, but sometimes I think it's like 3 years. I don't remember. It's been a while because of the pandemic. I haven't really been in need of new camera gear in quite some time, so I've been pretty happy with what I've had. Ah, konbanwa, Pocky Girl. So should I walk next to the tracks or should I walk through this underground shopping mall under the train tracks? The first option that gets 3 votes wins. We are currently heading towards Akihabara. Oh, and thank you, Jimmy, for becoming a member. Thank you. I wonder if they have got much Pentax stuff. They do have some. After all, Pentax, I mean, Pentax is still Pentax Ricoh, so they're still the ones making the GR. And then there's the Pentax 645Z medium format digital camera, which still has a little bit of a following. Under. Okay, under wins. Pentax also has eyewear. Yeah, and so does Nikon. And they actually have like binoculars as well, I think. Now we are at this weirdly named shopping street under the train tracks. It's called, I never remember the name. No, it doesn't say. Doesn't say. When we get to the exit over here, I will show you the name of this place. ugly concrete street. I kind of like this. I really like when they repurpose the space under the train tracks like this. This opened, it's probably close to 10 years ago now, but before that there was like nothing here. And I think this is way better than what it used to be. So it's called 5K 540 Akioka Artisan. So Akioka means Akihabara Okachimachi. So since it's between Akihabara and Okachimachi. And that number 5K 540, that's the distance from here to Tokyo Station. Yes. What about Hasselblad? I don't have a Hasselblad, no. I would love to have X1D, but it would make 0 sense for me to buy one. So I won't. Get the new Fujifilm GFX. Yes, I have to admit that I'm a little bit tempted. I am. And I also have a few Pentax medium format lenses because I used to own the 645Z. And I still have a few old Pentax lenses that I could adapt to the Fuji. So I do have to admit that I am a bit tempted to get the new Fuji. Hotel under the train tracks seems like a pretty dumb idea. I don't think I would like to try that either. GFX 100S, yeah, that's what it's called, right? The cheap 100 megapixel one. The one that got announced last week. Or if the price of the old one goes down a lot, I might just get one of those instead. That would make more sense to me actually, because that's the typical kind of camera that I don't need for my work. It will not generate any money for me, but as a camera geek I do enjoy the idea of owning a digital medium format camera. No, I'm not from Canada. Would that Fuji be useful for your tourism job? So no, it would not. Like in a very, very niche use case maybe, but there's no way that the client would notice any difference. So there's like no logical reason for me to get it for that purpose only. What about large format? I'm too lazy for that. I like film in theory, but in practice, yeah, I never shoot film, and yeah, also not something that would make any sense from a business standpoint for me. But it would be nice to have like a large format tilt shift camera, and just anything that slows me down can be good, because it forces me to shoot in a different way, and that's always or often a good thing. just cross the street here just because the view is so nice. Ever shoot Kodachrome? Not these days, no, but 20 years ago I was shooting quite a bit of film. Back then I used a lot of Kodak Portra. I didn't shoot slide film very often, just for like experimental purposes, like cross-processing and those kind of things that you think are super cool when you are new to photography. But yeah, I've never really shot slide film. Yeah, Akihabara is always nice, especially at night. A lot of camera talk that just goes over my head. Yeah, sorry about that. Very geeky stuff. Just checking out the super cheap stuff they have on display, but nothing that I need. Yes, this is the geek anime part of the city. I guess you could call it that. Here's a shop that's only gachapon. I think I showed this briefly in another stream. Cross here one more time. I think I will just walk down to Akihabara station and end the stream there. We're at 2.5 hours already. Wow. It's been a good walk though. Very, like I said before, it's pretty humble and unplanned. But hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I got both beer and hot sake, so I'm obviously pleased. Hello Virtual Japan, thanks for stopping by. Did you see my merch store? Thank you, Yari. You always enjoy. You're one of my favorite viewers because you're always so happy, and you always comment in a way that brings a big smile to my face. So I really like that. I haven't been to a game center since the pandemic started. Still don't feel comfortable going to a place like that. Another iconic Akihabara view. Always looks so good when the train is passing. Thank you, Fungus. Thank you so much. You will. You have to come to Japan so that we can play Virtua Fighter then. Although I suck at Virtua Fighter. I'm more a Street Fighter person. Thank you, Colin. Good to hear that you enjoyed it. Well, Akihabara is always anime overload, I guess. What time is it there? It's almost 6 o'clock. So before we end, maybe I should give you a little step count update. So we walked 18,800 steps today. You can see my pulse right there. I also climbed 34 floors of stairs. I don't know if that's good or not. Street Fighter 4, yeah. Street Fighter 2 is in my heart, but Street Fighter 4 is definitely on a close second. Third strike then. On the third place, third strike. Okay, we do get close to the station here, where I will end this stream. 2.5 hours of a nice afternoon and early evening walk. Thank you so much for joining me. I won't fall asleep on this train. No risk. I'm not sleepy. Thank you, Kenmoji-san. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and again please consider joining my Patreon if you like my channel and if you want to have a bit more insight in what I do and influence over future videos. The link is in the video description, or follow me on Instagram. That link is also in the video description. Akihabara station here. But yeah, I think that's all for today. So I'll see you all soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after tomorrow. Depends on my wife's schedule. But I'll be with you as soon as I can. Okay, thanks so much for watching me today. Bye bye. またね。はいどう。